Hey, how's it going? So, I want to talk about something that's kind of important this time, and it's about limiting beliefs. And what I think limiting beliefs are these thoughts or systems or beliefs you have in your head that's limiting you from achieving whatever you want to achieve, right? So, I've recently become a very big proponent of, hey, whatever you believe about yourself becomes true, right? And I'll ask you a question: why are some people better than you in life? And I think the answer is because they believe in themselves more than you believe in yourself, right? And that sounds kind of like I'm oversimplifying things, but that's really what it comes down to. Is like if you believe you can do something, you truly believe it, then you're gonna be able to do it. You'll figure out how to do it, right? If you don't believe you can do it, then you're never gonna figure it out. So why are you not where you're at in life? It's because you don't truly believe that you can do it, right? And I find it weird that I never learned about this until like really late in life, like probably like in the last couple of years, and I don't think like people talk about it enough. And then I'll be fair. Like if I'm saying to you, if you're hearing this for the first time, then I'm saying to you, you probably don't believe me. And I typically don't really believe in this like usual like mumbo jumbo stuff either. But I actually really believe this is true. And as an example, like probably 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I went through this stage. I think I talked about some other video where I was like really living in the past. I was living in the past, right? So I was just really negative. I was like super negative about everything. And I'm usually pretty negative in general about stuff, but I was negative about myself, right? And that's when it hurts you. I was really negative about myself. I was like really playing down like accomplishments. Like whenever something went well, I was, oh yeah, we just got lucky, right? Or like was when we talk about, hey, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? I was like, oh, it's not gonna be possible. Like that would be like my first reaction. And then one day, someone was just like, hey, like my friend says they met you for the first time, and you're really negative about yourself. And then I was like, holy shit, I didn't even realize that I was so negative. And then after someone said that to me, I started thinking back on how I typically where I'm negative about myself, and I started realizing, oh wow, I am really negative about myself. And then I'll kind of talk about how we got over it. But the problem is like when you're in it, you don't know what's happening, right? So like if you don't know what's happening, then you can't get out of it because you don't even know it's there. It's like your norm, right? Being negative or having this limiting belief, whatever it is, it's like your norm. So the question is like, how can you do something about it if you don't know what's happening, right? Which is kind of an interesting topic. But I'm telling you right now, you probably have something that's limiting you, right? So I'm telling you right now, it's happening. It's your job to figure out how to fix it. So how I got out of this negative funk I was in was I literally had this audio, like this 10-minute audio clip. And the 10-minute audio clip was just like, it was, I downloaded it from somewhere. I can share it with you if you guys ask me for it. But it's basically just saying, hey, you are positive thing number one. You're hardworking. You're good looking. You're gonna achieve whatever you want in life. And it would just like play it back over and over again. And then I would just listen to it for like 10 minutes a day for like maybe a month. And then after a while, it just kind of went away. So I think what was happening was like I would listen to it and then I would think about examples of where I was, this XYZ thing. And then it would just like kind of like erase the negative thoughts I had, right? So it kept giving me positive affirmation and it just kept like helping myself remind myself of examples where I was this, right? And then I started to believe it, and then it kind of went away. So that's how I got rid of negative self-talk. I'm not saying I got rid of limiting beliefs because I still have probably a lot of limiting beliefs that I'm not aware of. But one thing that I just discovered recently that I think worked for me, it was like somebody else can shatter your limiting beliefs, right? And you know how the very common advice they go, oh, you're the average of 5 friends, or whatever. Yeah, that's typical advice. But I think that's really true. So like, I'll give you an example where I was hanging out with this guy that that I think is pretty similar to myself. Like we work in like similar businesses and stuff. And then the way that he was talking about himself was like just in a way where he just really believed in himself, right? And he just really believed in himself, and it was like amazing to me how much he believed in himself. And I personally, no offense, I personally think that he's like, me and him are kind of like within the same level of, capability, right? But the way he thought of himself was so much higher than the way I thought about myself in this particular aspect, which is like work, right? And I think most people would say if you met me, but oh, this guy's like, more egotistical than not, but like about me. But like I'm like lacking in that confidence area that he has. So like him seeing how confident he is in what he's doing, and it's not just through like his thoughts, but also like his actions too, right? Made me realize like, yo, I should be putting myself up higher. if he can do it, I can do it too. And he's like opening this world to me where it's like anything is possible. Like if he's living this world and I can do it too, and it just kind of like shattered my worldview, right? It kind of shattered my limiting beliefs to a degree. I don't know. Like I haven't acted on it yet. I haven't changed the person yet. I'm still working on that. But like that's something that where it just like gave me this sudden motivation where I was like, okay, things are possible, and I'm realizing, okay, I have a limiting beliefs on what is capable, what I'm capable of, right? What's reality, and yeah. So I'm here to tell you, hey, like your reality right now is probably not reality. You can probably achieve more. You can do better. You just got to believe in it. So, I can't be giving you advice. I'm still working on it, but I think that you can start working on yourself. Like this is something that you can start doing. Hope that helps. See you next video.